Hey guys, Jehuty here with another Tekken Quickies video, and today for you I've compiled my top 5 mix-up strings I believe you should low parry. So what do I mean by mix-up strings? What I mean by that are strings that have alternative ways they can end so as to keep you guessing as if it's going to be a low or a high or a mid. And yeah, what these all have in common is that they have a low in them which you can low parry, which nullifies the whole mix-up. Without further ado, let's get into it. First string comes from low, down, forward, 3-3. Now this first variation has a high in it, which is duckable. It's used on lower level because it's safe on block. The second variation is a flip launcher, which is minus 17 on block, so you can launch punish that. Now this doesn't need a lot of practice, like the low is very easy to low parry, so just do it a couple of times and practice mode should be easy. Next up we have Law again with his infamous junkyard string. So there are just two variations to this, the one which ends with a mid, which is safe on blocks, so don't try to retaliate, and of course the low, which is launch punishable. This is relatively easy to low parry as well, slightly harder than his first one. As an added benefit, when you try to low parry this, you also low parry another variation you can do out of it, which is the back 2-2, so it's a punch into a punch. So you should have more than enough time to launch punish it. Next up is Kazuya. He has two variations of this string. The first one ends with a mid, which is minus 14, and the second one is a low, which is minus 13. This is kind of awkward to low parry. It's kind of difficult. You will need a bit of time to get the feeling for it. The only reason why this string is not really higher is for one, it's not that devastating afterwards, and two, Kazuya doesn't use it that often. So Julia also has a lot of variations to her 4-4 string mix-up. First one is a mid launcher, which is minus 14 on block. Then we have this variation here, which is safe at minus 9, so don't try to retaliate after that. And of course we have the 4-4-4, which is a high as well, and is of course duckable, minus 6 on block. And then lastly we have the low variation, which is minus 19 on block, so launch punishable. So low parrying this is a bit tricky because the magic 4 comes out relatively quick, and then the low comes out quick afterwards as well, so it needs a bit of practice to get used to it. Now we come to the real nightmare, the can openers from Nina and Anna. Let's start off with Anna. So up, forward 4-3-4 can be cancelled into a sidestep, and then from there Anna has a whole host of access to other things she can mix you up with, and this makes this extremely devastating. I can't emphasize how important it is to actually low parry this string. However, it's quite up there because for one, it can be abused a lot, especially in an online match, and then the other thing is that it is extremely tricky to low parry. I find Anna's one slightly easier than Nina's, but it's still difficult nonetheless. This will need a whole host of practice. So now we have Nina. It's the same thing with Nina here. She can cancel it into a sidestep and do a whole host of other stuff. Personally, I find this more difficult to deal with because I find the animation a bit more difficult. Once again, a whole lot of time in practice mode will do you here good, just to avoid all the stuff Nina and Anna can really do after they cancel this string. So yeah, that brings us to the end of this video. You know the drill. If you like the video, leave a like. Of course, consider subscribing because that really helps me the most. Can't stress it enough. And of course, there's a whole host of other stuff on the Jehuty Gaming channel, Tekken related and also Tekken related, coming down the line. This is your boy Jehuty, and I'll see you on the next one.